Saudi Arabia has turned the transfer window upside down, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. At first, we thought that Saudi Pro League teams were only targeting big football stars at the end of their careers, but then it turned out that wasn't the case. In fact, Saudi clubs are in the market to do serious business. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we gathered the top 10 most shocking transfers done by Saudi clubs in this window so far. Our list does not mention Ronaldo, Conte, Firmino, and others. So, watch till the end to learn who we chose. We'll start off with the first significant deal done in this window. It's Karim Benzema's move to Al Ittihad from Real Madrid. Benzo is already 35 years old and at the end of his career, so what makes his move shocking? Well, despite being at that age, Benzema is still at his peak. We can all remember his iconic run in the 2021-22 Champions League campaign, in which he scored 15 goals, including 2 hat-tricks against both PSG and Chelsea in the knockout rounds. He single-handedly gifted Real Madrid their 14th title, earning him the Ballon d'Or in the same season. The player had his Real Madrid contract expiring by the end of last season. Still, everyone was expecting him to renew his deal, but no! Karim decided to go on a new adventure and sign as a free agent for Al Ittihad, where he'll earn a net salary close to $200 million per season. Now, Benzema's age might make his move less shocking than it is, so how about a player who is at the peak of his career? It's the Wolves captain and Portuguese international Ruben Neves. Seriously, no one saw this move coming because Neves was the first player still in his mid-20s to accept a move to a Saudi Pro League side. Neves joined Wolverhampton from Porto back in 2017. He helped the club gain promotion to the Premier League in his first season, and since then he's become the first name on the Wolves team sheet. Neves has always been destined to play for a big European club. Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Barcelona have all been linked with the player. But this summer, out of nowhere, Al Hilal submitted a €55 million offer to Wolves, who obviously couldn't refuse such an offer. Neves' rockets will surely be missed in the Premier League. The 26-year-old only scores screamers. But if you think that Neves is the only quality midfielder that Al Hilal succeeded to lure, then oh boy, we've got a surprise for you. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, the 28-year-old Lazio player, was also snatched by the biggest club in Saudi Arabia in a deal worth €40 million. To be honest, that is excellent business done by the Saudis. If it was an English club, they would have paid over $70 million for the player. He's tall but fast. He's a great technician going forward, but can also help defensively. In short, Sergej can do it all in the middle of the park. United, Juventus, Barcelona, PSG, and even Real Madrid were linked with the Serbian midfielder in the past, which shows the great qualities he has. Alongside Ruben Neves, Al Hilal has a midfield duo that can arguably play for the biggest clubs in Europe. Now that Al Hilal has sorted their midfield out, their next objective was reinforcing their attack. That's why they decided to add some Brazilian dance moves to their front line. Remember Malcolm, the Brazilian winger who joined Barcelona from French side Bordeaux but was then sold to Zenit after a single La Liga season? Well, the 26-year-old revived his career in Russia, where he had a great 2022-23 season. 23 goals and 9 assists in 27 league appearances, all by playing as a winger. That's really impressive. The Brazilian's great season made clubs like Liverpool consider moving for him. However, Al Hilal came with a €60 million offer for Zenit, which opened the path for them to sign the player. Malcolm is already proving to be a successful signing as he scored 5 goals in 5 appearances for his new club so far. But Malcolm isn't the only Brazilian winger Al Hilal managed to sign. Surely Al Hilal signed some great players in Neves, Sergej, and Malcolm. However, it was apparent since the start of the window that the club was trying to make a marquee signing that would shock the whole world. Their attempts to persuade Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe have failed despite offering astronomical wages for the players, so they decided to shoot their shot with the third PSG musketeer, Neymar Jr. It was clear that the Brazilian was eager to part ways with PSG after last season. He was even linked with a move back to Barcelona to reunite with his former teammate Xavi. However, Al Hilal threw €90 million at PSG for the 31-year-old winger. an offer that was immediately accepted by the Parisian club, and days later, Neymar Jr. reached an agreement with the Saudi club, which will reportedly earn him over €300 million package salary. He'll receive an €80,000 bonus per match won, €500,000 per social media post promoting Saudi Arabia, access to a private jet, and a luxury home with a dedicated staff. Can you believe that? But wait a minute, that's not all. The player was also brought to Saudi Arabia on the world's most expensive private jet. It's the Boeing 747, or the Flying Palace. Yeah, Neymar has undoubtedly hit the jackpot with that move. Speaking about hitting something, our next player was banned by his club for beating his own teammate. Surely you recognize who we're talking about. It's the Senegalese winger Sadio Mane. After playing a crucial part in bringing Liverpool back to where they belong, Sadio Mane decided to join the German giants Bayern Munich. The first few months in Germany were going well for the Senegalese until he suffered an unfortunate knee injury that put him out of the 2022 World Cup. Since then, things have started to go downhill. Mane only managed to score a single goal since returning from his injury. However, his famous incident with Leroy Sané during the 3-0 humiliation against Manchester City cut short his Bayern career. From the moment Mane busted Sané's lips, the club's management decided to cut ties with the player and were prepared to sell him in the summer despite Mane himself wanting to stay. A return to Liverpool was on the books, while a slight interest was shown by Real Madrid. Ultimately, Mane decided to join Cristiano Ronaldo at Al Nassr after the club offered €30 million for Bayern. While Sadio's departure was expected, the next player's move really came out of the blue. It's even more shocking because he was the fans' favorite at his club. It's the former Newcastle trickster Allan Saint-Maximin. Newcastle had a very successful campaign last year as they managed to qualify for the Champions League for the first time since 2002. The club was expected to keep its main players while making further additions to keep competing in the coming years. However, after splashing €70 million for AC Milan's Sandro Tonali, the Magpies were forced to sell some players due to FFP restrictions. This is when SPL side Al Ahly came with a €27 million offer for Saint-Maximin, making him the second Premier League player to join the club after Roberto Firmino. With Saint-Maximin and Firmino in their attack, Al Ahly will surely be entertaining to watch. 5-star skills all over the place. But to make that front line even better, the club went on to sign a literal Manchester City legend. Yes, it's the 2022-23 historic treble winner Riyad Mahrez. Of course, Mahrez wasn't a starter under Pep Guardiola. However, he always performed at the highest level whenever needed. You can look at his Chelsea games and his hat-trick in the FA Cup to understand what we mean. Still, despite his limited game time, football fans didn't expect Mahrez to leave the Citizens, especially after winning the treble. But with the Saudi Arabia revolution, we must learn by now that anything can happen. After agreeing to a €35 million transfer fee with City, Al Ahly convinced Mahrez to join them by offering him nearly 7 times the salary he used to earn with City. No wonder the 32-year-old immediately agreed to terms with his new club. Riyad wasn't the only one let go by Pep Guardiola. The legendary manager is just ruthless. He even agreed to sell one of the best ball-playing center backs in the game. It's the 29-year-old Spanish defender Aymeric Laporte. It seemed that Laporte fell out of Pep's plans since last season. The Spaniard featured just 24 times in all competitions for the treble-winning side. This is mainly due to the player's multiple injuries and players like Ake and Stones shining for the Citizens and playing the way Guardiola likes. Still, Aymeric could have moved to any top European side. Chelsea, Juventus, and Bayern were rumored to be interested in the player. But then, all of a sudden, Al Nassr agreed with the player after offering him a salary of over €20 million per season. Al Nassr also submitted a €30 million transfer fee for City, which was immediately accepted. We discussed earlier how Al Hilal signed Neves, Sergei, Malcolm, and Neymar. Still, the club needed a lethal number 9, so they decided to sign a forward who scored 43 goals in a single championship campaign in 2022. It's the 28-year-old Serbian tank and Fulham's captain, Aleksandar Mitrovic. After scoring 14 goals in 24 league appearances, leading Fulham to a top 10 league finish, everyone expected Mitrovic to lead the Cottagers' front line going into the new season. However, before the season started, Fulham went on to sign Wolves striker Raul Jimenez. Then the Serbian began the first Premier League game on the bench before he was omitted from the squad for the second match against Brentford. This was all in preparation for Mitrovic's move to Al Hilal, who offered a whopping 52 million euros to sign the player. Imagine Neymar and Neves delivering a set piece to Mitrovic's head. That would be a nightmare for defenders. There you have it, guys. These were the top 10 most shocking SPL moves in the 2023 transfer window. One of these clubs might consider signing you, so we recommend you hide. Or don't. The money they're offering is worth it. We hope you enjoyed the video, and remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you did. Until next time.